Hello and welcome to the program where we make fun of sales, training, and promotional films of the past. My name is Jason Reid, here along with my co-host Chris May. And Chris, today we have a real treat. This particular film is so well made, maybe the best made film that we've seen so far on Cheezy Sales Cinema.
You know, this one's bizarre, and we love bizarre. Okay, this one has so many components to it that only after it's done does it make sense. So you really have to watch it to the very end. But you're right, this was one that the sum of its parts. If this was a short run Brit-com, you know, the ones that have like 6 to 8 episodes, man, I'd binge watch this over and over again. It was that well done.
Yeah, for those of you who love British television, British comedy, you're going to see people that you know here, people like Tony Robinson from Blackadder and Joanna Lumley, who is in New Avengers and absolutely fabulous. She's in this too. And if you were from Britain, you'll probably recognize even more people than that, people that Chris and I don't know. But one of the things I love about this is not just the fact that they've got good actors, but the script itself is really funny. It's really well written. And it's on a really peculiar topic, you know, for us in 2020, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, so we're basically, this is almost like a call out, sort of introducing the British people to the concept of having more than one telephone in their home. Now, back in the day, I don't remember, but I've heard telephones were expensive. Most people would just rent the phone as part of their telephone package. Now, of course, you can pick telephones up and they're nothing. You can get really good ones too. But that's what this was out and trying to accomplish. Whether they needed to be this extravagant with it is, you know, questionable. But you're right. I thought that the writing in this was Brit-com quality. But it was to try and get people to get a second phone. So was it too much?
Yeah, so it's going to seem a little weird, but weird in a delightful way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So get ready for the best of British comedy and British Telecom.
It's always an exciting moment knowing I'm going to be thrown in at the
This
deep
room
end of some
desperately
bizarre,
needs a ceiling
exotic
fan.
world that
A
I know
Casablanca
nothing
ceiling
about.
fan.
And I had that familiar
good call on
clutch
the
of fear,
Casablanca.
of apprehension in my stomach as I
See what
waited
you
to
did there.
find
Throw
out
that out.
that just for a while I was going to lead the life of
A telephone salesman.
Whoa, that
a what?
was a shocker.
Telephone salesman.
It's the British
Find
J.
out all
Jonah
about
Jameson.
it. Get it under your skin.
This faceless entity with a giant
Live
cigar.
it and breathe it, Serle. There's a story in there, and I want you to track it down. Track that story down in its lair and bring it back to me alive and struggling to be told.
And get me pictures of Spider-Man in Glasgow.
In Glasgow. That was a little overly dramatic, I think,
ask
there
you,
just for a
where's
quick
the
second.
challenge? Where's the excitement? Where's the daring do?
That's really, really daring do music, isn't it?
Yeah, this so far this ad is a daring don't.
Where's the market? I mean, everyone who's on the phone has already got a phone. To be brutally honest, it's
This walk up the street begs to have something that says the phone starring, also starring, featuring.
Now, you remember these electronic stores?
But being conscientious,
I remember
as well
that
as
cheesy
intrepid,
80s music, that's for sure.
I pulled myself together and thought I'd better do a spot of research. Good afternoon.
Research.
I'm looking for a telephone.
There's a box across the road.
No, there's one in the window.
No, you can't use that. That's for sale.
Let's start again.
Son
You
again.
do sell phones here.
Well,
Okay, this is now starting. I don't want to be.
we've got the display, yes.
It's like
I
a,
thought he was going to answer it. I don't want to be I don't want to be stereotypical, but this
you
is
tell me
really
something
devolving
about
into a Monty
I
Python
can't
sketch.
myself.
It is.
No.
Does that mean the man who usually deals with telephone sales isn't here at the moment?
No, it's me.
It's just
we
very
don't really
complicated,
have a man who
these
usually
phones.
deals with that.
There's-
Especially.
We've got blue ones, green ones, you see, and I
you
don't
sell them?
really have any clue how to hang them up,
sell
such.
them.
But
I just don't know anything about them.
whoa, that surprised me. Look at that, the way it popped out. That.
I don't really see how you can help me.
No.
I don't either.
Well, it depends what sort
He
of
obviously
thing
doesn't
you
have a
want
clue
to
what he's
know.
doing because they're all covered in
Well, for
dust.
example-
So he doesn't care.
What do they sound like?
Oh, I can tell you that.
Oh, come on.
Apparently, he also does bird calls.
I can't really do that one. I've got a bit of a throat today.
This guy is an accomplished
Had I,
comedy
by
actor.
some strange
Yeah,
chance,
he is
stumbled on
awesome.
the dullest job in the world?
Well, dullest job in the world till Uber driver came around.
On the dullest job in the
Yeah, but it was
world,
only until
selling
Uber came around, because
telephones.
right now this is very ultra
Well, of
dull.
course I know there are lots of
I gotta ask a
different
question.
kinds. There
How
are-
does this guy afford all of
so
this
special? I'm on a
home
bloody
luxury
cordless phone.
and being a failed telephone
Hello?
salesman?
I don't
Hello?
think he's a telephone salesman yet. I think he's like a
Oh,
journalist or something who's studying to be a telephone salesman because it's going to be such an exciting story.
I'm not sure how you got that out of this so far, because so far all I got was hello.
Hello.
That's my writer's background, Chris. I can sense backstory a mile away.
Voice.
As a journalist, what the backstory was, all I see is the old man in the blue tights.
Well, either that or you're wearing his shirt.
The bargain basement, John, please.
It really
Quite what
is.
this
It's
is
like we
all
need
about.
somebody that's like him, but will cost us nothing.
Yep.
Mr. Serle? Can you tell me that?
And looks really good in
Telephone
blue and
is
yellow.
a functional thing which you rent, and as far as I can tell, it's usually in the other room.
So we are back again with these hallucinogenic sales helpers, almost like Blockbuster.
Telephones were just plain functional.
Just you wait, Chris. Now we're in the Old West.
I can't believe a telephone sales video
Today, we
has
put
a
the
flashback
fun
scene.
into functional.
We flash back to another
People get
continent
bored with the same
entirely.
old thing.
And if you can't send help, send a better-looking telephone.
Send a better looking telephone. Never in all my days have I read script like that.
Nowadays,
Yeah, you love it when he
Phones are
appears
even
and his
better
crotch is
looking
right in
than
your
I am.
face.
Standing there, spreads his hands and says, I got a
elegant
package for you.
telephone says something about a room, doesn't it?
Oh, finishing touch. Perfect.
Like
Yeah,
what?
the phone.
Like swanky gaff.
This is more what you call swanky
Okay.
gaff.
Can we go?
Is that a pork loin that's sitting next to her?
New telephone,
On
your
that plate?
ladyship.
Oh my goodness,
I
can't see
wonder
it
why
there.
they're playing tango music, because she's not moving.
Put it over there, Bladders.
Bladders?
Your ladyship.
Oh my lord.
The butler's name is Bladders?
I want to watch this TV show. This is amazing. This is amazing.
The finishing touch.
Now, yes,
Finishing
the
touch.
finishing
Like that.
touch.
Oh, the ugliest phone ever.
Phones can be
Oh, my.
glamorous.
Hello.
Hang on, I'm
Joanna
wearing my
Lumley.
peach. I'm just going to change you over.
What the heck is she doing? I'm going to change it. Oh, come on.
I can only chatter when I'm matching.
She has phones for
Now
every
tell me,
occasion.
what's this scandal about Joachim?
You see,
If you're going to talk on the phone,
Phones
match
are
don't
fashionable.
clash.
Wearing what?
Roger Moore was wearing what?
He was with whom and drinking what? What's
Can
happening?
I ask you a personal question?
Do you shave your nose hairs?
What kind of telephone are you?
Whoa, this just got philosophically weird.
Mind
Well,
blown.
Given the choice, most
Oh
people
man, I
like
wish you wouldn't
to
sit like that.
express themselves.
Excellent. Great.
You mean with a
Yeah.
telephone that suits
Basically
their
sits like all the
personality?
other old guys at the
I
gym.
mean, you know right away when a telephone's right for you. The minute you see it, you say,
I gotta tell you.
Steam room.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
This is madness.
Hello.
What
Gotta
is,
get the wrestler in there.
we had to get the Russian wrestler.
This is clever.
If you don't have male nipples, you can't sell
today,
phones.
phones are clever.
You have smartphones
Clever.
now, clever phones back then.
I tell you why they're clever.
They were so far ahead
because they
of
can
their
remember
time.
numbers, which
Oh,
is
here we
more
are.
than I can do these days.
You know,
see,
if we
when
were
you get
British
to a
back in the
certain age,
1980s, we'd
memory
probably know
is
who
the
this
second
guy
thing
is.
to go.
Yeah.
And for me now, there is absolutely no safety in numbers. As distinct from my mate Frank Muir. Now, he can
His mate?
remember anything, which is why I have to telephone him now, because my car's
This
been
humor is so
stolen.
dry,
Now,
it's
normally,
practically
I couldn't do this
Melba-toast.
at all because he's
This
in
is Melba
Australia
toast.
and no
This is-
way
this
could
is
I
a
remember
flat
a
line.
13-figure telephone number. But because that's all stored in here, I can just leave it to the machine and just... Hello, Frank? Dennis here.
Thank goodness
Listen,
Frank answered.
What's
Where would
my
we
card?
be?
Gracious, I don't even know that Frank's on the other line. I think he's just talking to a hallucination himself.
Thanks. There you are.
Yeah, he's in actually the
Just leave it
front
to the
office of the
telephone.
home, and the manager doesn't even know he's in there.
What number did you
He's out of his room and off.
British Telecom.
Hey,
this
here we
phone
go.
You sent me. Where's the toilet?
What?
I always ask where the toilet is every time I get a
Quite
phone.
hard to choose the right one.
Where's the toilet with hillbilly music? Come on.
Yeah, back when they had to convince you to buy a second phone for the house.
This is really starting to smack of faulty towers now.
She's in the garden.
She's doing her steampunk
She doesn't want to
cosplay.
tread mud all over the sitting room carpet.
This was somebody
so
who had a
she's
premonition
hoping our
of
husband
the year
will answer the
2020.
phone.
She's all ready for COVID.
Oh, look at her. She's got her N95 mask on, and she's got her
Yes.
disinfectant
You can't
spray
see
for
him.
where she goes.
He's in the loo.
He's in the
hoping
loo?
she
He's in the
must.
loo. Probably not the
In other
Louvre.
words, if she
Unless he's in
plans to spend
Paris.
a lot of her time
That's Paris. That's a gallery.
He likes to.
Oh, great. Now she's going to march in with her
read
disinfectant.
Financial Times, uninterrupted as it
Ah,
were.
he's reading the Financial Times in there.
Uninterrupted. Oh, now, of course, he's mad. Oh, I get
They
it.
actually
The
need
phone's just
more
outside the
than
door,
one
guy.
phone.
Look at her go.
Nice hairpiece.
Now look what you've done. There's
Oh,
mud everywhere.
She sprayed him.
One could be called
Now it's going to turn into an English murder mystery. Hercule Poirot is going to come in, and they're going to figure out how he died of
Phones are convenient.
disinfectant poisoning or something.
Bit expensive though, renting several phones.
It was the crazy lady from the year
Talking about renting, we're
2020 who
talking
time
about
traveled back
Well, if I can't
and
afford to
got
rent, I
him
certainly can't
with the
afford to
weed
buy.
killer.
But it's cheaper to buy. A modern telephone can cost you less than
Take yourself at home,
£30.
Dr. Hello. Have a cup of
As
tea.
little
Why
as
not?
that.
Stay.
Well, a lot of people think of a telephone as a
Yeah, you
luxury
can't get rid of
item,
them now.
but prices like that, I suppose. you
No,
can
see, they're
put
just
in
chatting. They're
grocery
mates
shopping.
now. They're just sort of hanging out.
He's probably making
home an
the
extra
bedroom
phone
in, or
today.
making the bed in the
Pick up
guest
a
room, I
phone.
should say.
Great
Oh, of course,
selling
he's
line.
going to stay the night now.
You can even give phones as presents.
For
Well,
special
yeah,
occasions.
Happy birthday, darling.
There's a moment in the
What is
Black
it?
Box Theater.
It's for you.
It's always good to have a phone as a gift
Well,
when
you've
you're
certainly
in the
brought me up
black
to
void.
date. Do you think the guy I met in that shop has
You're
any
in
idea
the
about all
Black
this?
Void.
Well, if he doesn't know, he's unwell.
How is there a
this
podium
is the
in
big
the
news
kitchen
the
all of a
80s
sudden?
have been waiting for. It's a market worth 50.
You know what Dr. Hello looks like?
million pounds
He looks like
year.
a retired
Selling phones.
superhero that was just sort of
Well,
given this job
thank you.
to just
And-
get him away from every day. Just give him that job. See how he does.
Yeah, it's
And,
like, you know, how they used to
yeah,
take
that
the
you
old
need,
policemen
yeah.
and make them crossing guards
You know
back
what
in the
to say,
50s.
don't you?
Perfect. Exactly. Or the guys that hand out the tickets.
Shazam!
What is happening?
It's Baldric from Blackadder.
doing here?
This is
Derek,
madness.
you know this is
this
my
is
patch.
this is like the Clockwork Orange of sales.
You think telephones are dull, eh?
Look, we've done all that.
Yes, I'm with it now.
What you call me in for then?
No, it was my fault. I foolishly blurted out, hello,
The
hello,
yellow
hello.
and the
Oh,
blue are
wonderful.
really something.
Oh,
now
here
we
comes
have a
another
third.
one.
You think telephones are dull, eh?
That's my new line. I'm just going to march into rooms and say, you think telephones are dull, eh?
They seem to have a bit of a crossed line. I'm off to British Telecom now to meet the real experts who are going to
You probably
teach me
should have started
everything
there.
I
Yeah,
need
maybe
to
start
know
with some
to
real
help me
experts.
sell telephones. So, product knowledge, here I come.
Yeah, I think we all need a bit more knowledge in this film.
Yeah, I got no knowledge from that, but I got to tell you, Jason, I was wildly entertained. Loved it.
Absolutely, me too. And that was British Telecom in the early 1980s.
That was awesome.
It
My
was.
God, that was fun.
I can just imagine how amazing it felt for the filmmaker. Yeah, this is like a sales film, but imagine having that sort of budget, script, and stars to work with. That was pretty cool.
I love the fact that all the freedom he was given. It was like, okay, we want to try and get the British people behind the concept of having a second phone. So that way, British Telecom not only makes money through either further rentals or through sales. But they gave this director of this, what could have actually just been a PSA. They said, make us an absolutely brilliant piece of work. And he went, I'm assuming, I don't even know how big the team was, but the group that put this together, they should have won an award. If they did not win an award, they should have won an award for this.
I'm sure they probably won something from the British Film Institute or the ad agency or whatever, because it was very well done. Question, Chris.
Yeah.
How well do you think that it actually sold that idea of getting a second phone?
Okay, that's the issue. I was so wildly entertained, but I thought that they missed the mark in encouraging people to get that second phone, because they made they made the telephone, they said it flat out boring. They said it flat out, phones are inaccessible. So there's a couple of negatives right there. Plus, they made telephones look incredibly confusing and inconvenient. So you have a shop owner who doesn't know what the heck they even are. Then you have every scenario that came up made it look like it was such a pain in the backside to have a second phone. It was like they were making fun of having a phone at all.
Although it is interesting, though, because obviously sales are very culturally specific. So even though that's something that turns off you or I or Americans, you know, who knows? Maybe for the Brits, it was exactly the thing to get them out and get them buying that second phone.
It could have been. I know I was entertained.
This is great. We've got a lot of other films coming up that are just as interesting. Some of them maybe aren't as well made, but they're definitely just as hilarious. And you can also watch our lives on our homepage. We did a Facebook Live last week that was hugely successful, the At The Drive-In special. And you can see that now on our website. We're also going to be doing one in November. Don't have the date yet, but we will let you know. So
you hit the subscribe button and we'll tell you all about it.
Exactly. That's probably the easiest way to make sure you get the information you need to get as much Cheezy Sales Cinema in your life as possible, because we know you want that.
I don't think you can have too much Cheezy Sales Cinema. No, I've got to be honest.
Exactly. So for Chris May, I'm Jason Reid. We will see you soon.